Hi ladies and gentlemen. Today I am going to present about physical map and symbolic map in CICS with an example. What are physical map and symbolic maps? The description of the screen coded in the COBOL program is called a symbolic map. The description of the screen coded in the mapset program is called a physical map. A mapset is a special type of assembler program. Both the COBOL program and the mapset program need to be compiled separately before formatted data can be passed to or from a terminal. Why two descriptions of the same screens are needed? The physical map, which is the mapset program, describes all the constant, the size of the screen, some system data, and the size, location, and attribute of the data that will be transmitted between a terminal and a program. This symbolic map is the description of the screen that is coded in the data division of the COBOL program. It describes some system data and only the data that will be passed back and forth between the terminal and the program. Unlike the physical map, the symbolic map does not include constant. With two different descriptions for every screen, it is possible to send the constants to terminal once and then to send only variable data subsequently. BMS macro coding sheet. Since BMS map definition are purely assembler macro, the following coding convention must be maintained. Means from first to 8 there will be label, and label is the name of the operation. If the macro is DFH it specifies map set name. If the macro is DFH then it specifies the field name. And macro name will be from 10th column to 15th column. There are three type of macro which are used in BMS coding. First is DFH which represent defining map set, and DFH which defining maps, and DFH which defines fields. All the BMS coding start with DFH followed by one or more DFH one or more DFH follow MDI. Means this follow this map, and this map follow with map set. And from 16th column to 71st column there will be operand. Operand define the parameters for macro being invoked. And next, continuation. If you want to continuation of macro, you can achieve that by typing x in the 72nd column of the current line and continue from the 16th column of the next line. Means you need to type x here in the 72nd column of the of the map. Okay. And like there is 77 column, like x we have. If we want to continue this macro, so we need to pass like x in 72nd column. There is like inm set 1, inm map 1, in map 1, x1, x2, x3, and inm set 1. These are all are the label. And dfh msd, dfh mdi, dfh mdf, like first will be there is DFH MSD, and there will be then second DFH MDI, then there will be continue DFH MDF, and within the DFH MDI, and in the last there will be DFH MSD, which will end the map set. Okay. And DFH MSD macro is used in a map set with its characteristic and to end a map set. So you will find two DFH MSD in any BMS coding. The important operand are below. Like you will find two DFH MSD. Like first DFH MSD will be there. Okay, and second will be DFH MSD will be here. Then there will type equal to final, and there will be type equal to sys palm. Means type equal to final means it will end the map set. Okay, and these all are the operand for the map set. Like let me explain these. Like first is type. It should be dset for the symbolic map generation, Map for physical map generation, and final to indicate the end of the map set. Alternatively, symbolic parameter and syspam can be coded in the type of defining DFH-MSD, and the value can be overridden in the PAM parameter of assembly procedure. This avoids the change in BMS coding. And second, there is type equal to syspam, and second operand is mode. In is used for input map like order entry screen, and out is for output map like display screen, and in out for input output maps like update screens. And third parameter is lang, means it's there is third parameter is lang equal to COBOL. It specifies the language in which the symbolic map is to be generated. It can be COBOL, PLI, ASM, assembly, or RPG. And next parameter is storage. Storage equal to auto. Auto is used to acquire separate symbolic map area for each map set. Base equal to map IO area allows multiple maps from more than one map set to share same storage area. Map IO area will be redefined multiple times to achieve it. And next operand are like map at attribute and ds at atts, and there will be color highlight, the color element, there will be these value. And next operand is t terminal input output area prefix equal to yes. It should be yes to reserve the prefix space of 12 byte for BMS command to access terminal input output area properly. This is required for command level CICS. And the next operand is CTRL equal to free KB and free set. Device control requests are placed here. Multiple parameters are separated by comma. Free KB is used to unlock the keyboard. Okay, and preset is used to reset the MDT for all the field in the map to 0. Means MDT means a modified data tag. If it will be 1, means our modified data will be sent to the COBOL program or any other program. Okay, if it is 0, means our screen data will not be sent to the application program. And alarm is used to set an alarm at screen display time. Print is used to send the map set to printer. Term, if any, next parameter is term equal to all. If anything other than 3270 terminal is used for display of screen, then it should be coded here. This ensures device independence by means of providing the suffix. Suffix is used to specify suffix for the terminal, and it should correspond to TCT entry of the terminal. And next macro is DFH MDI. It is used to define a map with its characteristic in a map set. There can be any number of DFH MDI. Some of the important operands of DFH MDI are below. First operand is like size. Size has two arguments, namely length and breadth, and as a whole the size of map is specified here. Okay, like there is this DFH MDI macro, and there is size operand, then line operand, and column operand. Okay, means, and line the map from which the map start. Okay, you can say, and column the map starting column within the line is mentioned here. And just is used for right or left is coded here to inform the justification of the map within the map set. The above four parameters decide the size and location of the map within the map set. CTRL and TIO, terminal input output area prefix, can also be coded in DFH MDI. Value of DFH MDI override the value of DFH MSD. Next macro is DFH MDF, which is for field. It is used to define a field with its characteristic in a map. There can be any number of DFH MDF within DFH MDI. Some of the important operands of the DFH MDF are below. First operand is position. Position, like there is position. Like position, there is like DFH MDF macro, and there are these are the operand for these, for which we are using. Okay, position means like our field will start from fifth row and from the 30th column. Okay, like we are going to write CIC's technology from fifth row to from the fifth row and from the 30th column. Okay, 30th column. And it has two arguments that decide the position of the field. The two arguments are line and column. It is the position where the attribute byte of the field start. And next is length. Length operand of the field is coded here. It excludes the attribute character. Like there is length, length 15. Okay, it's mean we have 15 byte data into that field, you can say. And ATTRB attribute, you can say, all the input and output field are prefixed by 1 byte attribute field that define the attributes of the field. Some of the attributes are a skip, prot, unprot, mutually exclusive parameter that define the types of the field. Unprot is coded for input and input output field, and prot is coded for output and stopper field. A skip is coded for screen literal and skipper field. The cursor automatically skip to the next field, and so you cannot enter data into a skipper field. Means this is for protection and this is for unprotected. This is for skipping that field from reaching your cursor to that field. And second is num. Num 0, there be like type of data from 0 to 9. There can be period and there can be hyphen. Only these are the characters that are allowed in the num type. And BRT and norm DRK, these are used for means define the intensity of the field. And insert cursor will be positioned on the display of map. If IC is specified in more than one field of a map, the cursor will be specified in the last field. And fset, independent of the whether the field is modified or not, it is passed to the program. MDT is set for the field. Like if you want to pass the data every time to the program, you need to type you need to pass this fset parameter into the attribute operand. Like here it is, there it is passed. Like attribute parameter is there, there is unprotected. Okay, unprotected means we can't up edit it. We can't edit it, and like it's a bright intensity. Fset means we can send this data to the means to the program. Like the return is modified or not, it will be passed to the program. Okay. And next is initial. The default value of the field is coded here. When the map is sent, the value will be appear in the field. The constant information like title is coded using the initial keyword of the field definition. To avoid data traffic, these constant information fields should not be coded without label parameter. If there is no label parameter, then symbolic map will not generate for these fields as they are unnamed field. Basically, initially used for title. If you want to write any title, or if, like hard edit code you want to write, you can use the initial into the field. And next parameter is justify. These are like you can give or not. Right is the default value, code left for numeric field. Like if you want to your data in right adjustment, then you can write like it will be by default. And if you want to in left adjustment numeric data, then you need to pass here just equal to left. And there is pick in and pick out. It defines the picture close of the symbolic map in COBOL and useful for the numeric field editing. Okay, and these all are the like MDF, like highlight, you want to blink, you want blink or not. There are like color also, you want color, pink color of that field. Okay. And like CICS technology, first like there will be from at fifth row and 30th column, it will come. And like then second field is this, means hyphen hyphen, then second field will come from the sixth row and 30th column. And next is from the 10th row, 10th row and 30th column, enter first number, like first number will come here. And same is from the 10th row and 60th column, there will be this editable field. Okay, in the green color. And there will be like enter second number from the 12th row and 30th column, there will this second number. And then there will be editable field in the second this in editable field. And there will be then a result in from the 14th row and 30th column, like there will be result. And then there will be editable field of 2 byte. And in the last, it will end the map set type by using the type equal to final. Okay guys, and this is the COBOL program to which we are sending the data and fetching the result. Like we have used the copy inm set1 for the map, and we have used the working storage variable a1, b1 and c1. And we have passed the low value to the inf map input map1 go, means o mean output. Okay, which we are going to send to the map again. And then we receive the we send the data, means we inf map, we reach to the map, and then we receive this data from the map, like inf map. Okay. And then like we receive the data from the map. And then x1 I means input, means this is for input x from the label x1 x2 x3. Then we pass this to the working storage variable. Then we added the value of a1 and b1 to the c1, and we have added. And then we pass again into the label of the map, like x1 output, x2 output, x3 o output, you can see. And then we again send the data to the map. Okay. And then our screen will be look like this, like there will be 1 2, like there is 1 3, then its result will be 25. And how do you define a transaction in CICS? CEDA define transaction TX11 GR in group G1. If the group G1 is not present, then CICS will define G1 by itself and put the transaction TX1 into it. Each transaction has to be associated with the program. So while creating definition of a transaction, name of the main program has to be mentioned in the panel. Thank you guys. That's all from my side. Please hit the like button and subscribe the channel.